Hello? Um, can you hear me? Um, Hello? Okay, I don't know what to say, but um, I'm not used to really doing commentary, but I figured since this game is very text heavy, we're going to do commentary, and also the game doesn't really have any sound effects or any type of like dialogue that's audible, so I really don't have to worry about the volume. And also the game actually has volume that you can lower, so it's not too shabby. So we're actually going to continue with the previous chapter because when I was recording, I mostly do my live streams at night because it's quiet. So I was like, why not? So now I'm going to actually continue. So what do we do now, Maya? Do we do anything? Um, if everyone in that trailer had as an alibi, well, basically from what I can fathom with this game is that Phoenix is just a very tired boy that is basically done with everything. And you basically have to say that, oh, my client was at a certain point that literally just was there by chance. And Phoenix always pulls something out of his ass all the time, so if everyone in the trailer has an alibi, I'm sorry, Phoenix. I guess I was wrong. I can see that. Mia, no! Don't tell me you're giving up. If you give up, what hope do I have? You have none. Don't get me wrong. I've never given up on a trial before, not while there was a chance. Only one thing became clear in your cross-examination. The people in the trailer could not have gone to Studio One. I think people would know that by now, Mia. They literally had a giant monkey head in the middle of the street connecting them, so I highly doubt they would be able to walk around that. I thought there was more to it than that, but I was wrong. Obviously, you were wrong. That's all there is. Um, what's going to happen to me? I don't know, Will. Kinda seems like everyone in that courtroom thinks I did it. Well, you didn't do anything. He looks like Blanca from, Street Fighter. He looks like a cross between Blanca from Street Fighter and Logan from, the X-Men. Don't worry, Mr. Powers. Oh, what is this, Austin Powers? If you're innocent, we will prove it, I guarantee it. What is this, a Geico commercial? Leave it to us and be yourself, be strong. You are the steel samurai hero to children everywhere after all. You, thanks, sniff. Sniff, sniff. Okay, Phoenix, this is one for the kids. Let's do it. Yes. October 19th, 11:15 a.m. District Court Courtroom number 4. Oh, it's Miles! Court is back in session for the trial of Mr. Powers. The prosecution has a concern. As our witness is a grade schooler of tender years and this is a murder case, we worry that the defense might cause unnecessary trauma with his cruel questioning. Nice to see Edgeworth taking the moral high ground. However, we have no choice. The prosecution calls Cody Hackins to the stand. You couldn't even give the kid a box. Can't even give the kid a box to stand on. Your Honor, perhaps you can arrange a box for him to stand on. Oh, right. God, please bring him a box, one of those donut crates should do. Okay. Will the witness state his name and grade in school? Witness! What? You call? Just 'cause you're all grown up don't mean you can push me around. Cody? Answer his question, okay? Hey, it's you, that nice lady. I'm Cody Hackins. I'm in 2nd grade. I get the feeling this is going to be a long, long day. Mr. Edgeworth, please remember that you're speaking to a child. Try to be gentle. Witness, Cody. He's having trouble with this gentle thing. You were present at, Global Studios on the day of your incident. You got a problem with that? Please tell us what you saw that day. What pops you want me to tell you and Gramps with the beard over there? Just Mr. Edgeworth is fine. I prefer the beard gentleman. Yeah, I can see that, Phoenix. We're gonna have a very long, painful day in this courtroom. Incidentally, photographic equipment is strictly forbidden in this courtroom. My apologies, Your Honor. He said he wouldn't testify, he couldn't bring it. I'd like special permission if that's possible. How... Edgeworth... I don't know what to say to you anymore, bro. Wait, you're saying you had to bargain terms with a kid and you lost? Yes. Yes, Miles lost to a child, okay? He lost to a kid. Let that sink in. This British-looking man that everyone loves, and me included, got owned by a child. Hey, I just got this camera. Don't really know how to use it all that good yet. But I bring it with me wherever I go. I can see that, bro. Your icon literally just has the camera. Phoenix. I wonder if he had that camera on the day of the murder. He literally has it wherever he goes. Do you not think he had it with him when the broski died? Like, hello, person, Ash. Hi. Cody's camera added to the court record. Very well, Cody. Please testify to the court about what you saw the day of the incident. Let's see here. Witness account. Hold on 1 second. Let's see here. I'm in the wrong spot. Where is it? Here it is. I wanted to see a Steel Samurai rehearsal just once. Just one time. I found a map on the internet and went to the studios that day. I went through the woods off the path so the old lady wouldn't catch me. I was going for the studio. I got kinda lost in the way though for about 30 minutes. The studio isn't even that big, bro. When I came out by the studio, there was a steel samurai. It totally rocked right before my eyes. Out came the bad guy. Of course, the steel samurai took him down, pow. If I had my camera with me, that would have been the time for a shot, I tell you. Anyway, I couldn't get into the studio, so I went home. Lame. Very well, the defense may begin its cross-examination. But be gentle, remember you're talking to a child. This kid is tougher than most adults we see in here, honestly. Yeah. Time to present the camera to the child. Objection. Cody, what you just said seems, well, a little strange. Didn't you say before that you always bring your digital camera wherever you go? You were quite clear about that. Huh? Cody, you shouldn't lie here. You understand that, right? Mr. Wright, a word with you. Was I putting the pressure on too much? What is this digital camera contraption you're talking about? It's, a digital camera, Your Honor. It's kind of like a new sort of camera. How do I explain that? I see. Anyway, Cody, I can't believe you wouldn't bring your camera on a trip to the studios. You did bring it, didn't you? Mr. Wright, how cruel are you to terrorize a poor child so? I don't care if he's a child or a prosecuting attorney. No one should lie in court. What do you mean, or prosecuting attorney? Well, Cody? What? Yeah, so I had my camera, so what? You got a problem with that? Yeah, Scott, I have a problem with that. So, you did have a camera, and you did just use this camera. Why would I use it? I was too busy watching. Very well, please testify to the court about what you were so busy watching. What I saw. Yeah, I had my camera with me, but I was glued to the action. I couldn't take my eyes off of it. The steel samurai, he goes for the bad guy, wham! And then the bad guy stopped moving. He's so strong, the steel samurai rules. Is that all? Well, that was brief. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. Time to cross-examination the child again. Why? Huh? What do you mean, why? Why wasn't the bad guy moving? Well, 'cause the Steel Samurai brought him to justice. Phoenix, are you literally asking the child if the dude died? You know, that's kind of messed up to ask a child that, but this game doesn't make any sense sometimes. And how exactly did he do that? How did he do it? With a samurai kick and a samurai punch, and a samurai chop and a samurai slap. Something like that. He's still being vague about this. What? Don't give me that look, Pops. How should I play this? Press him harder. Cody. What? Something's bothering me. Before you said you couldn't take your eyes off the action. Yeah, so what? Yet you missed the most important part. What is the meaning of this? The witness has stated what he saw quite clearly. You know as well as I do that he's being vague. Tell me what kind of murder uses a samurai slap. My point is this. Cody, you may have seen some of the Steel Samurais fight. But you missed the most important part, the killing blow. No shit, Sherlock. Order, Mr. Wright. How could this be? Can you explain how he might have missed something so vital? That's the thing. Phoenix, I believe you're on the right track with this. Think, why didn't Cody see the climax of the fight? You know, you can figure this out. Yeah, to drag the chapter out even more than it actually is. Mr. Wright, your answer. We have ascertained that this young boy is a great fan of the Steel Samurai. Why wouldn't he watch the climax of the fight? Your Honor, I have evidence. Evidence? Yes, Your Honor. Why did Cody look away from the fight? His camera! Here's my proof. What's that? The camera? The witness stated that he recently received this camera. Yes, I'm aware of that. He wasn't entirely familiar with its operation. I'm aware of that too. Ah, correct. That's why Why would Cody be looking somewhere else at the critical moment? Because he was looking at his camera. He was trying to take a picture. Hey! Bullseye! What's your problem, Pops? You got a thing for picking on little kids? Pressing, not picking. Good job, Phoenix. Cody was lying clearly. I would think so. Smart of you to realize there's no way he could just stand there watching his hero and not take a picture. Right, Cody. There was only one reason why you would have looked away from the fight, and that was because you wanted to take a picture. But having just received your camera, you weren't used to it yet. So you missed the climax of the fight, correct? Yeah. Well, Phoenix, I'll bet you anything he's hiding more than that. Have him testify again. Right. Mia means business. Your Honor, the defense would like to request that Cody Hackins testify once more. Very well, Cody. Could you please tell us about your camera and about why you didn't take a picture of the fight? Welcome to the real world, kid. No photo. Yeah, you're right, Pops. The Steel Samurai had just escaped from the clutches of a villain. So I held up my camera to take a picture, but the lens wouldn't open in time, so I missed it. That's all that happened, yep. You sure about that? Anything strange in that testimony, Mr. Wright? I'm not sure, but I would like to proceed with the cross-examination anyway. That's all? Yeah, I told you I didn't take a picture. I would have once I got that lens open. Did he really not take a picture? Not even one. Press him hard. Nah, he definitely would have taken a picture. There's gotta be something here I can use. Cody. Listen up, Cody Hackins. I know exactly what happened that day. You took a picture. Hey! Bullseye. How did you know? I see through all your lies, Cody Hackins. It's one of my powers. I don't even know what to say to that comment. Wow. This feels great. Yeah. Yeah, I took a picture. Perhaps you can change your testimony to reflect this, Cody. Cody! What? Man, every time you say Cody, you follow with something bad. I just wanted to thank you for giving me this the other day. Huh? Oh, right. What was it you told me then? I go to every live performance. I always take a picture when the Steel Samurai lands the final blow with Bam. I got 'em all. I never missed one. A perfect collection. Cody, did you really get a picture of the Steel Samurai standing victorious over his foe? If you did, I would find it hard to believe that you would just erase it. Wouldn't you keep it for your album? Ah, Mr. Wright, what exactly is this album? It's called Path to Glory. It's a collection of pictures of the Steel Samurai, all taken by Cody Hackins. He claims it's a perfect collection of every battle the Steel Samurai has won. I see. Don't you find this very odd, Your Honor? Among all the pictures of the Steel Samurai, none were taken that day. Very suspicious. Order. Mr. Wright, have you an explanation? If the Steel Samurai had just defeated his adversary, I certainly would expect to see a picture of it in this album. Exactly my point, Your Honor. No, wait, no way. Phoenix, I think we finally discovered the truth. And what a truth it is. Mia, are you sure about this? Did he actually? Yes. I'm pretty sure what you're thinking is right. Tell them, Phoenix, tell them what the truth is. Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what is going on here. Why was there no picture in the album from the day of the murder? Why would the boy have erased the photos he took? I can think of only one reason, Your Honor. The Steel Samurai didn't win. That's why Cody deleted those photos. You mean the Steel Samurai lost? Well, Cody, am I right, aren't I? Tell the truth, the bad guy defeated the Steel Samurai. No way, no. It's impossible. The Steel Samurai never loses. He never loses to anyone, ever. Your Honor, the witness has revealed everything with his words. There was a reason why he lied and told us he didn't take a picture. The same reason he erased his precious photos. For Cody, it was inconceivable that the Steel Samurai could be defeated. However, Cody witnessed the impossible. He saw the Steel Samurai lose. Yet to admit what he saw would destroy everything he believed in. That's why he lied and said the Steel Samurai won. He couldn't handle the truth. Nope. Poor Cody. Order, I will have order. Witness, I mean Cody, is this true? What did you see? Tell the court what you saw. And just crying noises. You broke the child. Why? Cody. That day you saw the Steel Samurai lose a fight, right? Okay. You're right. The Steel Samurai fell down. Then he didn't move. Order. What kind of stunt are you trying to pull, right? The Steel Samurai was a murderer, not the victim. Yet according to your witness testimony, the Steel Samurai was the one who fell. Mr. Wright, what's going on? Apparently we have all made a serious error. An error? What is this all about? Oh, goody! If you understood what really happened, it's actually quite simple. At the end of the fight, the Steel Samurai fell to the ground and lay still. In other words, the Steel Samurai was not the killer, he was the victim. Don't you see? Jack Hammer was a Steel Samurai. Order, order, order. So the Steel Samurai in this photograph, you're saying the man in this costume was a victim, Mr. Jack Hammer. That's what I'm saying, Your Honor. Jack Hammer was present at the action scene run through that morning. Thus, he obviously knew about Will Power's foot injury. But wait, hadn't Mr. Hammer gone to the Studio 1 already? That's what everyone thought. But remember what Miss Oldbag said in her testimony. On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. And did I see poor old Hammer? Nope. He had already gone to the studio before I got back to the guard station. Mr. Jack Hammer left the employee area after lunch. However, no one saw him going to the Studio 1, nor was there a picture of him. He waited until Mr. Powers to take a nap in his dressing room. Then he snuck into the dressing room and stole the Steel Samurai costume. But why would the victim do such a thing? I don't know. I get it. I thought that the Steel Samurai was moving strange, so it was a different person inside the suit. Pops? Huh, me? What? Actually, there was one piece of data I saved. Data? Yeah, a photo on my digital camera. What? Show us quick. No way, man. Not if you're gonna look at me like that. Now. Here, this is it. While looking at this, it's still a little hard to say. I'm afraid that I could be anyone in that costume. Your opinion, Mr. Wright. I agree, Your Honor, this isn't decisive evidence. I'm sorry this doesn't look it's the proof we need. I'll give it back. Wait, Phoenix. Mia, what? Look at the photo once more. That's it, Phoenix. That photo's all the evidence you need to win this trial. What? Your Honor. May I see that photo once more, please? Certainly. I don't see why not. Phoenix, show him. There's a glaring, decisive inconsistency with the facts as we know them in that photo. What?
Take that!
Your Honor, look at this. I see a gate. Might I draw your attention to the number on that gate? The number? Ah, yes. Well, it's hard to see, but it looks like a 2. Clearly not a 1, Your Honor, correct? Yes. I believe Mr. Edgeworth sees what I'm getting at. But that's impossible. What is this all about? Please explain so that I might be shocked along with the rest of the court. I'll use the studio guide map. The body was found here in Studio 1. However, what do you see in this photo taken at the time of the murder? It does not say 1 on the gate in the photo, Your Honor. Here is in the true scene of the crime. Show the judge where the murder took place. Studio 2.
Take that!
Here, at the Studio 2. I see, that's what explained the 2 on the gate in the photo. Your Honor, I find it very significant that the murder took place in Studio 2. The trailer is there. As you may recall, there is a trailer in Studio 2. Now on that day, a meeting was held in that very trailer. There was a break in the meeting corresponding to the time of death. During that break, Mr. Sal Manella and Miss D. Vasquez was outside eating steak. They were at the scene of the crime. The path to the trailer was blocked, so we have heard. The path was blocked at 2:15. In other words, the victim went to Studio 2 before that time. Yes. Yes, I suppose that would be the case. Remember Mr. Salmonella's testimony. Allow me to remind the court. He said no one in the trailer was guilty because they could have not gone to Studio 1. Yet in actuality, the reverse was true. Only someone in the trailer could have committed this murder. They were the only ones with access to the scene of the crime, Studio 2. Yes. Order. The defense makes the following claims. The scene of the crime was Studio 2. The person that the security guard, Miss Allbag, saw was the victim, Mr. Jack Hammer. Mr. Hammer, for some reason, stole a steel samurai costume. Then he went to Studio 2. This is madness. Jack Hammer is the victim. Why would he steal a steel samurai costume? Are you suggesting he did so to cover up the details of his own murder? Well, no, of course not. Or did you have proof? Give me proof that the victim Jack Hammer stole the costume. I have proof. And if you guys remember, the bottle that was dropped was actually sleeping pills. So it's implied that the pills were put in the food and that Powers ate said the steak and then wound up falling asleep because of the medication. You do? You do, Mr. Wright? Now that they're so surprised, suddenly I'm much less confident. I think I'm right, though. Here's my proof that Jack Hammer stole the costume.
Take that!
This is it. An empty medicine bottle. I found this on the table in the employee area. The same table where Mr. Hammer and Mr. Powers ate. The label reads sleeping pills. Sleeping pills? The defendant, Mr. Powers, spent that entire afternoon sleeping. He was drugged by Mr. Hammer. Da-da-da. Wait a moment. That bottle does raise some suspicions, yes? There is no proof that Mr. Hammer used it. Your Honor, I have an idea. Fingerprint the bottle. An idea, very well, let's hear it. I want to check the bottle for fingerprints. If my claim is true, Mr. Hammer's fingerprints should show up on this bottle. I suppose you're right. Very well. The court will take possession of the bottle. Empty bottle was given to the judge. Hello, I'm sorry if I'm not checking the chat because I'm looking at a walkthrough to make sure I get the things right. I haven't played this game in a while. I played it like a couple of months ago on Switch, and I haven't played it since. I've been mostly in limbo of what is it, the third game. So I basically haven't played this one in a while, so I don't remember exactly every single aspect of the trial. So I'm trying to like go back and forth, but this court will suspend proceedings on the current trial for today. Cody Hacken's testimony has revealed new possibilities in this case, and the fact things may have happened very differently than we previously thought. The steel samurai seen by Miss Oldbag may have been the victim, Jack Hammer. The scene of the crime was not Studio 1 but Studio 2, and those in the trailer did have time to commit murder. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. Your homework is to find the answer to the following question. Why would Mr. Hammer steal the steel that's a tongue twister. Why would Mr. Hammer steal the steel samurai costume? Also, who killed him and why? Find the answers for me by tomorrow. That's a lot of homework. Mr. Edgeworth, you will need to reconsider your stance in this case. Above all, you will need to reconsider your suspicion of Mr. Will Powers. As you say, Your Honor. This trial will be extended until tomorrow. This is the last extension. Yay. I hope everyone enjoys the commentary. I'm not really good at commentary. I just say whatever comes to mind. Very well, court is adjourned. Yay. More investigations! October 19th, 2:47 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 1. Phew. Yay! That was a close one. We were saved by a hair, but that's all that counts. I thought seriously about going home about 3 times during the trial. Me too. Really? You both seem so confident, huh? Maybe I should take up a career in acting. Really? Phoenix? The Hedgehog Boy. I was ready to pronounce you dead about 3 times back there. That's actually... Why would you say that to somebody? Me too. Dead? Yes, dead. Of course we're kidding. You sure, Bea? You sure about that? Are you sure? I wasn't kidding. Phoenix is so petty. I think both Phoenix and Miles are both equally petty in their own way, but they do it differently. But they're both petty boys. They're both very petty, and I love it. Now Mr. Powers. Every time I hear Mr. Powers, I think of Austin Powers with Dr. Evil, and he's like, Mr. Powers? Oh. It's like too late for this. It's almost 10 o'clock at night. We have to go make our final investigation. But I promise you, we'll find the true killer by tomorrow's trial. Yes! Right, thanks. Oh, this is to be continued. For like 5 seconds, I'm gonna save and then go right back to Ace Attorney. October 19th, 3:27 p.m. Wright & Co. Law Offices. That was a close one, huh, Mia? Really? Too bad. I'm sorry I missed it. Maya! So what happened? Well, I think I've got a pretty good idea who did it. Now all I need is a motive and proof. Wow, good going, Nick. Under the initial trial system, tomorrow is the last day we have. Initial trial, what's that? That's the new court system they introduced 2 or 3 years ago. They had so many cases in the system, they decided to speed the whole process up. So under that system, trials have to end in 3 days. Yeah, pretty much. Well, we have no time to waste. Yeah, let's go, Maya. Let's go find more stuff to talk about. Yay! Let's go to the detention center to see Mr. Powers. October 19th, detention center, visitor's room. Mr. Wright, you did very well again today, thank you. Oh, thanks. Could you not look like you're about to burst into tears? Wow, Nick, you must have really wowed them in there. And could you wipe that grin off your face? Hey, willpower is only 1 day left. Let's make it count. Yes. Though there's not really anything I could do to help. I'm not really sure what I could do either. Please, this is no laughing matter. I would think so. And I'm not moving anywhere. I accidentally hit the wrong button. Talk to Will. Producer Vasquez. Could you tell me more about this Miss Vasquez? Oh, the producer? She's well respected in the industry. They say she's a genius. A genius? She's been at Global Studios for 5 years now. Right or wrong, nobody dares tell her different these days. Why is that? Ever since she came on board, we have nothing but hits. Global Studios was on its knees, but she picked it up and made it shine. Oh, and... And what? Nothing. Forget it. I've only heard rumors anyhow. Director Manila. Can you tell me Can you tell me anything about Mr. Manila? Oh, he used to be a minor straight-to-video director, but something in his work caught Vasquez's eye. She brought the Steel Samurai idea to him. Now everyone knows his name, Salmonella. I hear he's pretty much at her beck and call, though. Whenever she says jump, he asks how high and all that. I can imagine him being at her beck and call, though I can't imagine him jumping. Oh, Phoenix. I was wondering about Mr. Hammer. He was a big star back in the day, right? But then he just dropped off the face of the earth. Oh, yes, you're right. In fact, he was my role model when I started in this business. But he just stopped taking on big roles. That's when he began appearing in little productions at Global. How could he do that? I was really looking forward to a sequel to Samurai Summer. He just gave up being a star 5 years ago. Actually, now that I think about it, that was right when Miss Vasquez came to Global. 5 years ago. He just said that, Phoenix. He just said that. Sometimes I wonder about characters when they just repeat something and they're just big Captain Obvious. October 19th, Global Studios main gate. The old windbag sure is quiet. You know, this place is really peaceful like this. Nick, I think her guard's down. Yeah. I bet we could eat those donuts in the guard station if we wanted. You eat, you die. The pettiness of all these characters, I can't. This game is like a walking petty fest. She is petty, Phoenix is petty, Maya is petty. Edgeworth is like the pettiest of all petty, and it's just perfect. She's alive. Yes, it's alive. It's alive. Talk to Wendy. Producer Vasquez. I was wondering about D. Vasquez, the producer. Oh, the studio bigwigs will love her. So she always gets her way. She seems bitter. Do you not like the producer? Look, the studio people don't want me talking about her, so sorry. Because you are one of those people that likes to brown nose. Can I ask you about Salmonella, the director? Sal, he's soft, a pushover, does whatever Vasquez tells him so. She treats him like dirt, but I think he likes it. Huh? Why would anyone like being treated like dirt? That doesn't make any sense, does it, Nick? No it doesn't, Maya. About Mr. Hammer. I heard about what you said today, cheeky whippersnapper. Poor old Hammer, you drag a star down from the sky and stomp on it. Calling him a criminal, a thief. I won't forget this. Uh-oh, she's really pissed this time. You listen to me, whippersnapper. My poor old Hammer would never do such a thing. Why would he steal Power's costume so he could sneak by me? He would never stoop so low, it's impossible. Anything's possible if you just believe. October 19th, Global Studios employee area. I guess they're not filming today either. I did want to see them filming just one time. This trial will be over and done by tomorrow. You can come see them film later, I guess. This is where you found the bottle of sleeping pills, right? Uh-huh. I wonder if there are any other clues lying around. Yeah. Oh, it's Gumshoe! No, 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 no touching! Oh, sorry, pal. Didn't mean to frighten you. Didn't mean I almost had a heart attack. I guess I can be a little dramatic at times. I suppose it's the actor in me. Gumshoe, bro. My home skillet. Don't do that again, bro. Just don't. Ahem. Anyway, I'm here to examine the plate on that table. Wait, are you looking for sleeping pills? Yeah, pal, the traces thereof. Yeah, what traces, bro? That steak has been sitting there for 3 days. I highly doubt there's gonna be anything on that bone, bro. That looks like it's been sitting there, like I said, for 3 days. 3 days, bro. You expect something to be found on that for 3 days? So you're looking for traces of the sleeping pills. How? For a thorough examination, I gotta take the plate back to the precinct. Do you think that it would have been wise the day of the actual crime to bring the plate to the precinct? But you wait 3 days later to take the plate? Make it make sense. But I have the capabilities to make a courtesy examination right here. Our science guy gave me some testing solution. This reacts to the sleeping pills, see? If there are any traces, it'll change color. You could have done that 3 days ago. You could have done that 3 days ago, Gumshoe. But I guess you get so mad that people call you by your first name, you didn't bother to take the plate. Wow, neat. Well, Detective Gumshoe, what are you waiting for? I don't know. Maybe for Miles to give him a pay increase. Now, everything in due time, pal. I think we waited long enough. I can't breathe anymore. Well, the testing solution on the plate changed color. I would think so. If Will Powers, Mr. Powers, fell asleep after eating his steak, I think it would turn. I think it would change colors. So the food on this plate had been laced with sleeping pills. No, duh. Congratulations, Captain Obvious. We've known this from the previous trial date, i.e. yesterday. Looks like it. Steak plate added to the court record. Yay! The investigation. How goes your investigation, Gumshoe? Tell the truth, it's a real mess, pal. Some people think we should pursue the case we already have against Powers. And some people think we should switch suspects. What do you think, Detective Gumshoe? Well, pal, I hate to admit it, but I'm not sure I buy the case against Mr. Powers anymore. I feel kind of bad for Mr. Edgeworth, though. Why do you feel bad for Edgeworth, baby girl? How is Edgeworth doing anyway? Mr. Edgeworth is out of control. When is Edgeworth... I don't even know what to say to that. He was in the waiting room and he crushed his paper cup with hot coffee in it. Well, I feel bad for his hand, the cup, and anything in the vicinity. Any clothes of any kind at all, because that must have hurt a ton. Well, what are you now, Crash Bandicoot Phoenix? Talk about burns, pal. I would guess so if it was scalding hot. Wow, the fury of Edgeworth. Yeah, crushing paper cups, bottles. What's next? Say whatever happened with that empty bottle. Oh, the bottle of sleeping pills? Well, I got some good news for you about that. What? Jack Hammer's print! Of course! Yay! We've known that already. So that means, yep, it sounds like the one who put Powers to sleep was other than the victim! Yes! So I was right. Yes, your name is literally right. Well, your last name is. Sleeping pill bottle added to the court record. So let's see what's on the chopping block. Now we have to go to the dressing room. Yay. Oh, hello. What are you doing here? Sorry. Oh, that was just cleaning up the dressing room. I guess Will Powers won't be using it anymore, so... What? Why? But Will Powers is innocent. Yes, and I'm really grateful for all you've done, but... This week is the last episode of The Steel Samurai. What? No! But why? I was wondering if I could ask you about Mr. Hammer. Yes. On the day of the murder, he went to Studio 2. Huh? I thought he went to Studio 1. He stole the Steel Samurai costume, too. What? Why would Mr. Hammer do something like that? Oh. I guess the rumor must be true then. The rumor? Yeah, Miss Vasquez, the bet producer, had some kind of hold on Hammer. She had some dirt on him, and he'd do anything she said, apparently. Some dirt? What dirt? Dirt, you know, bad stuff? I know what dirt means. About 5 years ago, they were filming a movie starring Mr. Hammer. They were using the new Studio 2. Some sort of accident happened during filming. After that, they never used Studio 2 again. They left the film set the way it was, too. The film set? Was that trailer part of the film set, then? What do you mean, the last Steel Samurai? I know it's a shock, but nothing can be done to save it now. Whoever really did kill Mr. Hammer also signed the Steel Samurai's death warrant. No! Yes. Also, I heard that Global Studios is going to change its programming. They're not going to make kids shows anymore. What? Why? I don't know. It's sad, but that's what Global Studios decided. Why aren't they going to make kids shows anymore? The studio bigwigs don't want the Steel Samurai around anymore. They want to forget all this ever happened. They want it quiet, you understand. How can they just do that? What about all the kids who love the Steel Samurai? Sorry. Hold on one sec, I gotta go get something to drink. No, but, in all due honesty, I actually do like Ace Attorney. I actually was on, one day, I think it was last year, and I think it was October or November. I took, like, a gamble with it, because that was, like, it was only $10 or, like, $9 on the Nintendo store, the eShop on Switch, and I was like, why don't I try it? And I actually really liked it. It was actually really, some of the actual chapters are quite good, while some of them are kinda eh. What about all the kids who love the Steel Samurai? It's okay, I'm sure the kids will be fine. They'll find a new hero to follow. No, that can't be true. If the program just ends, they'll be heartbroken for sure. Yeah. I think evidence rather than words is called for here. Well, most of the time when things like this happen, normally they try to remove themselves from it. Like, if you guys are actually familiar with, like, the of love shows of the early to mid 2000s, there was, like, a murder that happened with one of the cast members, and that led to kind of the death of the studio, and basically there was no more of those shows anymore. I apologize, I had to drink something. After all talking, my mouth's kind of getting dry. Here, take a look at this. And this is... A fan collected all of these photographs. The kids love the Steel Samurai. The show shouldn't be cancelled just so some adults can save face. I would think you would understand that better than anyone. You're right. Okay. But what can I do? Well, for starters, you can tell me something. Tell me what it is that Global Studios is so intent on hiding. Tell me about this accident 5 years ago. Okay. Could you tell us what happened 5 years ago? Well, I can tell you what I've heard. Apparently 5 years ago someone died and it was Hammer's fault. Someone died? It was an accident, of course. Anyway, the producer, Miss Vasquez, managed to hush it up. If you guys remember, if you guys were in the previous stream, there's like kind of a clue. It's kind of like foreshadowing. But if you guys paid attention to the trailer, right beside it was a fence. And one of the part of the fence was dented in some way. So that's kind of like foreshadowing or kind of hinting at what actually happened. I won't physically say it, but as we progress more in the actual... because it's basically the end of this chapter, but we will see what actually does happen. And that's the dirt she had on Mr. Hammer. And that's why Mr. Hammer would do anything Miss Vasquez asked him to do. But it was an accident, right? Why wouldn't they just make it public? Well, you know, Mr. Hammer was a big star back then. They were afraid about what would happen to his career if word got out. I see. You know who knows more about this? Miss Oldbag. She was here at the studios back then, you know. Thanks, we'll try asking her, if she'll talk. Time to go see Miss Oldbag. What? You're still slinking around? If you like the place so much, why don't you take over from me? The old windbag doesn't look so good. Everybody's doing their darnest to forget Hammer. Who do they think made Global Studios what it is today? Hammer, it's all due to Hammer. She's starting to froth at the mouth, Nick. Maybe we should keep a safe distance. I wanted to ask you about 5 years ago. Who told? Who did you hear that from? Huh? Nichols? Nicholas? Nichols, Nick, Penny Nichols, that assistant we talked to. Oh, right. Anyway, we heard about the accident. It was during filming with Jack Hammer. He killed a man, didn't he? Whippersnappers. Dragging up dirt on someone's past like that, and the recently departed, no less. I suppose you think this is fun. No, I'm not doing my job. No, I'm just doing my job to protect Mr. Powers. And you claim that Hammer stole Mr. Powers' costume. You expect me to believe that rubbish? Or do you have some kind of proof? Proof that Hammer stole Powers' costume. I have proof. I'm sorry, Miss Oldbag, but I do have proof. I can prove that Mr. Hammer stole Mr. Powers' costume. And it's the battle.
Take that!
Here's my proof. What? What's a little empty bottle supposed to prove? It's a bottle of sleeping pills, with Mr. Hammer's fingerprints on it. What does that prove? I'm sure old Hammer had some sleepless nights. What's your proof that he used those pills on Powers? The plate. Obviously.
Take that!
Mr. Powers ate a T-bone steak for lunch, correct? Well, yes, so. This is the plate that he used to eat that steak. There are traces of sleeping pill powder on the plate. I see. Poor Hammer. You did wrong, Hammer, rest your soul. Miss Oldbag. Okay, you win. I'll talk. I'm tired, tired of holding it all in. Miss Oldbag. You're right. 5 years ago, there was an accident, a fatal accident. What's worse, a paparazzi took a photo of it. That photo, well, it caused quite a stir. And guess who made it all better, Vasquez? She has ties to the mafia. She silenced that paparazzi. That was the beginning. After that, she became a force to be reckoned with here at the studio. I see. But you have to understand, poor old Hammer never meant any harm to anyone. Miss Oldbag. Hold on a minute. Poor Miss Oldbag. Here, take this. A photograph. See? Foreshadowing. Wait a second. This is the picture. Is this the trailer in Studio 2? Hammer was supposed to fight with a bad guy on the top of those stairs there. He pushed the other actor and the man fell onto the flowerbed fence. But how did you get this? It was a long time ago. I don't feel much like talking about it. I understand. 5-year-old photo added to the court record. Now it's time to go see Miss Vasquez. October 19th, Studio 1 entrance. Think back, Nick, to the day of the murder. Mr. Hammer put on the Steel Samurai costume. Then he left from here to go to Studio 2. Right. But why? I wonder if someone called him, like the director or the producer. October 19th, Studio 2 entrance. Hey, Nick. It's Miss Vasquez. Hello? 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 Maya, you shouldn't at least try to be polite. I'm watching the clouds. That's all she had to say, apparently. Boop, 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 boop. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to present it. She's not even looking. Where? What? Where did you get that? Well, old bag? Old? She means the security lady, Miss Oldbag, Nick. Right, anyway. Miss Vasquez, you hid this incident from the press, didn't you? And you used it to control Mr. Hammer. The wind, it's gotten stronger, don't you think, the wind? Your conversation interests me. Let's talk about it more inside the trailer. Nick, she went inside the trailer. Dun dun dun! You came. Well then, what was that you were talking about? Why is she so eager to talk all of a sudden? Miss Vasquez, you were using that accident. You were blackmailing Mr. Hammer so you could control him, weren't you? That's why he was doing kid shows for petty change. So I'm a blackmailer now. Well, that